You know, I've been banging on about how I want to have more friends, I want to be more social, I want to host more, I want to entertain, and as a result, we've been doing a whole entertainment series. Well, we're back with another installment, and this week we're doing the episode that I've been daydreaming, fantasizing, that I've just been like I just can't wait to do this episode. We're doing afternoon tea. We're doing kind of a British style, fancy. We have our 3-tiered stand. We're doing fucking afternoon tea, baby. But we're gonna make it a little bit more modern, a little bit more chic, a little bit more blush coated. So let's get into it. Okay, so I did a bit of research because, you know, I'm not British, like I don't go to afternoon tea. So I didn't entirely know what it entails, but apparently a very classic traditional afternoon tea, you have your 3-tiered stand, and on tier 1 is usually the finger sandwiches that we all associate with afternoon tea. On tier 2, by the way, the reason I keep saying afternoon tea versus high tea is apparently afternoon tea is fancier, high tea is more pedestrian, and we're not pedestrian. Anyway, tier 2 is usually biscuits and clotted cream. I don't know what these fucking British do, and jam. And then tier 3 is sweets. So like I said, we're gonna kind of make it our own. And I'm just drinking hot water with cumin extract because my bloating situation continues. Actually, do you wanna see a bloating update? I wore this so you can really see it. I mean, it looks like I'm doing a pregnancy announcement. I'm not fucking pregnant. Anyway, this is what I would do if I were actually hosting right now. I would have 3 types of tea available. Yes, ma'am? Can I help you? Sam would like to join the chat. So I would have 3 types of tea available. I would have 1 type of black tea, 1 type of green tea, and 1 type of non-caffeinated tea. Now, you can do whatever you want, but my personal recommendations for the 3 might be, for black, I would probably do an oolong. For green, I would probably do a genmaicha, which is my personal favorite green tea. It's so fucking good. It has puffed brown rice in it. It is just out of this world. And then for the non-caffeinated tea, I would do sobacha, which is a Japanese tea that's like buckwheat tea, I think. Anyway, that's what I would do. You can do whatever you want. We're not gonna make tea because everyone knows how to boil water and pour it. So you don't need me to demo that. So we're gonna get into our tiers. Now we're gonna do the most annoying stuff first, and then we'll do all the pretty fun stuff. So let's get into it. Okay. I had this idea. I think it's so innovative, unique, interesting. Like, dare I say, I'm gonna change the world with this. I mean, Nobel Prize coming soon. Martha Stewart could never. I thought for our top layer, for our top tier, for our sweets layer, I wanted to do balls, like, you know, like power balls, bliss balls, whatever. We're gonna do tea balls because it's a fucking tea party. Also, me saying balls a lot is giving a few episodes ago with Dad and Cess Pickles, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna do 3 tea balls. Tea balls sounds weird, right? It just kind of reminds me of teabagging the more I say it. Okay, let's just move right along from that. But we're gonna do kind of like bliss balls, but each of them have a different type of tea in them. So the very first one we're gonna do is a yuzu chamomile. Now, to be clear, I have never made this before. I also, honestly, haven't made balls in a really long time, but like, so we'll see how it goes. Like, I'll obviously, you know, I tell you when it's not good, but okay, got it. So I think the base for all 3 of them is gonna be, ooh, these dates are fresh as fuck, is gonna be a cup of pitted medjool dates and a cup of rolled oats. I like that more than doing just like tons and tons of nuts or seed butters or nut butters or whatever. It just keeps it a little bit lighter, because when you just use like tons and tons of nuts, like we're then starting to look at a meal replacement ball rather than just like a treat. And as always with my recipes, when I say a cup of pitted medjool dates, I want them really firmly packed in like I just did. So I'm just gonna dump that in there. Now my hands are all fucking sticky, but we're gonna roll with it. Really sticky. So I buy this brand of oats. They're glyphosate free. You know, how much does it matter? Who really knows? But I feel like they're available, so why not? Okay. Oh, our yuzu. So we did a cup each of those. I'll do 3 tablespoons of yuzu juice. I'll link the one that I get. I get it on Amazon. I've tried many brands, and of the brands that I've tried, this is the best one. Now, only one person has ever done this, but I do think it's worth mentioning. I'll link it, buy it from the link, because this brand also makes other products that aren't straight yuzu juice, and one person and one person only bought the wrong thing one time, but you know, whatever. I just want to make sure that never happens again. Hold on, I need to go grab my chamomile. Okay, love chamomile. So we're gonna do just a teaspoon of chamomile. I worry that anything more than that will overpower what we're doing. Apparently I can't find a teaspoon. I brought all my fucking measuring spoons out here. Okay, 1 teaspoon. Also, this is a food processor, not a blender. This would not work with a blender. You do need a food processor. I just have the Vitamix top for it. Why? Okay. All right. Oof, that smells so fucking good. All right, let's see how it is though. Yeah, it's great. Okay, that is so good. I'm so scared I'm gonna fuck it up, but I'm gonna add a tablespoon of tahini. No, I'm like so scared it's gonna be shit now. But it just needs to have some fat source. And I thought tahini might be more interesting than doing cashews. I don't know. We're gonna start with 1 tablespoon and see what happens. I just wanna push some of these oats down so they get blended. I really hope I didn't I'll let you know if the tahini wasn't good. If the tahini wasn't good, just do a 1/4 cup of cashews. But who knows, it might just like elevate it a little, you know? This thing. Fucking bane of my existence. Thank God I work out. Okay. I'm sorry, but like, I'm very strong. How would the average person do this? That can't be right, is all I'm gonna say. The tahini really does add a very interesting flavor. But I'm gonna keep it at 1 tablespoon. I think that's honestly plenty. I think anything more than that, it would overpower. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna pull this doughy situation out, and maybe I'll put it into a jar or something. Oof, I don't have that many jars, hold on. Tupperware to the rescue. So I'm gonna put it in here, put it in the fridge because that is gonna make it easier for rolling. And then I'm gonna clean the food processor, and we're gonna come back and do ball numero dos. She speaks Spanish, and by that I mean I did Duolingo for like, honestly I did it for like a full week or 2. As I really do want to learn Spanish. My sister-in-law is half Colombian, and honestly, I think it's like low-key disrespectful that no one in my family has made any attempt at learning Spanish. And then we use her as our translator anytime we need to talk to a Spanish-speaking person, to the point where I've called her before and had her translate things for me. Anyway, I did do 2 weeks of Duolingo. Like, I'm so sorry, like I'm never gonna get a brand deal with Duolingo. It's awful. Like, if you wanna learn how to say apples and woman and man and boy, phenomenal. If you wanna learn anything, like why would we not start with, I don't know, just like normal conversational things? Like, I don't walk around saying I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman. But apparently Duolingo thinks the most important priority for me is to genderize myself. Anyway, So I kind of quit, and I'm yet to find, I tried another app. I also wasn't a huge fan of that. Like, I don't know. If anyone has any racks, let me know. I would like to just know the basics of conversational Spanish. And why are we talking about this? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Oh, it's so sticky. But it does get so good. That's so fucking good. I mean, yuzu just always slays. I don't know what that was, actually. I just feel like slay is so outdated, like slay. Okay, I'm gonna stop being annoying, maybe. Well, probably won't. Also, you may have noticed as I've been pulling this out, some of the oats aren't like fully processed. I'll be better about pushing it down next go around, but it's also not that deep. Yummy. Okay, quick cleaning break, fridge break. I'll see you in a sec. Ooh, it's time for ball number 2. Okay, this one's gonna be a matcha pistachio miso ball. Who comes up with this shit? That's right, I do. I mean, we'll see how it is. Okay, so we're gonna start with the same base, a cup of pitted medjool dates. These dates are so fucking juicy and fresh. It's actually so hard to not just like eat them as is. A cup of oats. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of pistachios, shelled, obviously. Like, would be so concerning if you didn't know that on your own, no offense. And our matcha. So I'm not using my favorite matcha for this because, like, why would you waste your favorite matcha on a recipe? Oh my God, everything's hard to open today. What the fuck is going on? Okay, ready? That's Aussie off camera. Are you seriously gonna throw it back? Oh my God, I got it! Touchdown. There we go. This is quite good matcha though, I should say. It's not like, it's still ceremonial grade, it's still good. It's just not like the best matcha I have. So we're gonna do 2 teaspoons of this to start. Can always add more. I will say for the chamomile yuzu one, like between us, the chamomile flavor isn't that pronounced, but I didn't want it to get bitter, so that just seemed a safer way to do it. Whereas for this, I do want to make sure you're getting a good amount of matcha flavor. It got like fucked. That was so scary. Oh, is this how you undo this? I think this is ready. Yum. Perfect. Wow. That's actually really fucking good. All right, just gonna take this. My heart rate is still. I hope the blender is okay. I hope, yeah, that was fucking nuts. That's insane. Okay, it's time for our 3rd ball and hopefully no disaster or catastrophe. Honestly, that sounded like someone coming to try to murder me with a chainsaw, which has been a long-standing fear of mine. You might not know this about me, but I'm afraid of chainsaws the way most people are afraid of guns. Like one time I saw someone walking down the street holding a chainsaw. When I tell you, I turned around and ran in the other direction and my home was on the other side of this man. Like I literally had to run away from my home because I saw a chainsaw. Can't explain it. I've actually never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you're thinking like, oh, maybe it's because you saw that movie. Never seen it. Don't even know. I mean, I would imagine a bunch of people got killed with a chainsaw in that movie, but I've not seen it, so I can't really speak to whether that's the plot or not. Anyway, our 3rd ball is the one that I'm the most excited about. It's going to be a Earl Grey cardamom, macadamia nut, orange zest ball. Like, you may as well just call it Chanel Couture Hermes ball. Like, you may as well just call it I'm fancy as fuck and have elevated taste ball. I mean, hello? I've never been more proud of myself. Okay, let's just see if it's good before I go on and on with all these accolades for myself. And I think that for these two where I'm adding nuts, you could even go like a tiny bit over a cup with the dates if you like things sweeter, not if you don't. Dealer's choice. I think these are also gonna be really great for like a mid-morning, like post-brekkie kind of snack, or if you're the type of bitch who like needs a dessert after breakfast, which I think we should all be that type of bitch, you know? It's a great dessert breakfast, which is insane. I mean, I like to have a savory breakfast, but sometimes you just need a little sweet treat. Also, why do macadamia nuts smell the way that they do? It kind of reminds me of balls, you know? Hey, do you think this smells like a testicle? I'm gonna throw one to you.
Smells like a what?
Testicle. Kinda, right?
Like a sweaty balls.
That's exactly what it smells like, doesn't it? Okay. All right, so we're doing about a 1/4 cup of that, although it was like a bit over a 1/4 cup because they're really hard to measure in 1/4 cups, so it is what it is. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of Earl Grey because I just wanna go crazy. We'll see how it is. And then for the cardamom of it all, so I usually like to work with whole cardamom. I think the flavor is better, but for this, because I want to make sure it's really spread out evenly and you never bite into like a chunk of cardamom, we are going to use powdered. And as I'm talking, I'm realizing this is one of the least interesting things I've ever said. I honestly could have just said, use powdered cardamom, but instead I wasted your time with that bullshit. So you're welcome. All right, we're gonna give this a go. Oh, sorry, that was a 1/4 teaspoon. See, I was so busy yapping about things that no one gives a shit about that I didn't even get there. So that was a 1/4 teaspoon. If we need more, we'll add more. And if you're wondering where the orange zest is, it's the same place where the miso is for the last ball. It's gonna come in the styling, so. Okay. Let's go. I don't even know if I did that right. I'm very much not Catholic. Okay, I'm just gonna give a taste, and then I do wanna process this a bit more because it's a little chunky. Okay. Wow. I don't think I like macadamia nuts. So, but I'm gonna process it more and we'll see where we go with this. If I hadn't been here, we would have had another fucking catastrophe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was much better, much better. I'm gonna say something that might be controversial, but I say cunt every 3rd word, so how much worse can it get? This tastes rich. It tastes like generational wealth. It tastes like fucking fancy. Wow. I think my macadamia nuts are also quite old. I think they're expired. That's insane. And you know what? The Earl Grey leaves are kind of like a little like chunky as you bite in, which is so interesting. Now that, you know, I've given myself a fucking heart attack, I'm gonna go clean the shit of my that. I'm gonna put it in the sink. I'm not gonna clean right now. I'm gonna put this guy away. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. You know what, I'll just put it in the measuring cup because like we don't need her anymore. And then we're gonna go get working on tier 1 and tier 2. And then we'll roll the balls, we'll style them, we'll get everything on our tiers, and then I guess we'll say goodbye. I mean, it's not like you're here to have the tea party with me, but I wish you were. Okay, I'm so excited for this part. We're gonna work on tier 1 now. The first thing I'm gonna do is I bought this sliced yuzu peel from the frozen section of an Asian grocer. I don't know. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna put this back in the freezer. Keep frozen before and after opening. Cool, can do. I'm just gonna microwave this. We're potentially gonna use it, we'll see. We'll see. That was just 30 seconds. Yeah, I think that's plenty to thaw this. Ooh, okay, hot. Ooh. Yum. Ooh, I like it. I like it like that. Here's my vision. I feel like cucumber sandwiches are a very common finger sandwich for this type of thing, which like amazing, love it. We're totally gonna do it. But because we are so blush coated, we do have to make it just like a little bit more interesting, a little bit more, dare I say, worldly. So I was thinking we might do a yuzu peel ginger cucumber sandwich. So let's start by putting our mesh glove on because safety first. And I'm just gonna do very thin mandolin cucumber lengthwise slices. This might be a really good time to talk about what we're using for cream cheese. Maybe I'll go just a tiny bit thicker because we don't want that to happen. We do need to maintain the integrity of our cucumber slices. Okay, that's good. So we're using the same cream cheese, the like high protein vegan homemade cream cheese that we made for our brunch episode. So it was made with a half a cup of the unsweetened Eden Foods soy milk, 10.9 ounce of a container of firm silken tofu, a cup of soaked cashews, 2 tablespoons nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons lactic acid, 1 to 2 teaspoons, depending on how tangy you like things, 3 tablespoons white miso, 2 tablespoons refined coconut oil. It has to be refined. I feel like that's plenty of cucumber, but whatever. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit more. And by tiny bit, I mean like a whole nother one, because like, why not? Okay, you know what? Enough. Okay, I'm gonna get a peeler. I'm just gonna peel this bit of fresh ginger. And I'm not entirely clear what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. You know what? Maybe I'll use the mandolin and make thin slices and then chop them up or something like that. I don't know. We don't want much either. But I like using fresh for this versus dried because the flavor is actually much more subtle. Anytime something dries, the flavor tends to become more pronounced. And we don't want to go like overpoweringly gingery in this, you know? That'd be fucking weird. I'm just kidding. I am just like saying bullshit now. I don't know why. Maybe it's the second or the half shot of espresso that I had in addition to my usual amount of espresso. Okay. It's going really well, don't worry. I'm truly on the verge of cutting a nail off. But honestly, it's time for me to get my nails fixed. I will say, the Russian hard manicure that I got, what feels like 14 centuries ago at this point, not a crack, not a chip. Like, I think that they could, if I, let's say, never went to get another manicure, I don't think that they would crack or chip ever. It's just that, you know, we're starting to, it's, you know, it's growing out is the unfortunate fact of having good nail growth because I eat so healthy. Ignore me. All right, I'm gonna grab the yuzu peel. We'll go ahead and chop that up too. Okay, now, yummy. Ooh, oh my God, I kind of want to like suck on a bit of ginger. Wait, is that like the most unhinged thing you've seen a person do? Ooh, so spicy. Oh, it's almost like I didn't know. All right, so I'm gonna grab a bit of the cream cheese. I'm gonna add some of this shit in there. And then I'm gonna mix it up. Now, as I'm sure you know, cheese sandwiches are usually made with white bread, or like cucumber sandwiches are usually made with white bread, but we're gonna use Dave's Killer Bread. By the way, earlier I thought he was holding a chainsaw on this packaging. I feel like there's a big chainsaw theme today, you know? Watch my hand go missing. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so scared. Like, just, they're like fucking dangerous. I'm sorry, but like I just feel like as a society, we have such selective fears. Like, we're afraid of bombs, but not cars. And let's go ahead and pretend I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, cars can explode. They're filled with gasoline. And we just hand out driver's licenses to a bunch of incompetent drivers like myself. I have a driver's license, okay? That shows you a failure of the system. So, here's what we're doing. By the way, I usually do like to buy bakery bread, but for this, I just wanted a bread that could be like really soft. And honestly, my favorite bakery bread that would have worked for this occasion was not available, so it's a twofold thing. Okay. So you might be wondering, like, bitch, where's the cucumber? It's coming, but we're not gonna do it yet. So that one's done for now. Now we're gonna grab our Mestamacha. I love this brand of these like grocery store breads. Like, they're so different from other bread, but it really just reminds me of my childhood in Germany. I got the pumpernickel. I also love the fitness one. That's actually my favorite one. But I think for what we're about to do, pumpernickel is a little bit more appropriate. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna put some of this cream cheese on both sides. Yummy, 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 yummy. Looks so pretty. And really, I would say don't be shy with the cream cheese in this scenario. It's so healthy too. Like, why would you be? Just so much protein. So much protein. Ever since the purple episode, when there was a bunch of tech issues where I was out of focus a bunch, I have what can only be described as PTSD. I'm constantly afraid that I'm gonna be out of focus, and it is quite literally ruining my life. So that's fun. Gonna need a round of trauma therapy for that. Okay, so do you remember how in the brunch episode we did the smoked papaya instead of lox? Well, I still have her right here. So that's exactly what we're gonna use for this. It's crazy how much this smells like salmon, but it's because of two things. One, the dulse, which is like one of the types of seaweed that wait, I don't know that to be true. I know that salmon eats red algae. I don't know that they actually eat dulse specifically. I'm also gonna add some dill because I like dill. Okay. I mean, that shit just looks so fucking pretty. Okay, let's just put this here for now. I will close it and we'll do other things, but real quick. For our last tea sandwich, we're gonna do figs. Also, some of these, like this fig is begging to be eaten, so I will do that real quick. Oh, one of my favorite things in the world is in the summer when it's actually fig season. It's not even fig season. It's crazy how figs are something that used to only be able to get in season, and lately I've been seeing them out of season a lot more. Let me say the word season a few more times. They're not that good when they're out of season, but like I literally don't give a fuck. Fuck me. Texture spot on though. Figs really help me poo, in case anyone was wondering. Now I do wish the inside was a little bit more pink, but you know, what can you do? So we're just gonna kind of thinly slice this. It's not for the salmon sandwich, to be clear. Okay. I'll try one more to see if I can get like a more pinky one. Nope, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, one of my favorite things though, I was saying, in the summer when it's actually fig season, is when the figs are so juicy that they start like cracking and bursting on the outside, and it's just like thick and like on the inside, you know? You know when you're so obsessed with something that you're just like kind of like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Okay, I'm gonna move right along from that weird ass comment. Okay, let's get to assembling and styling our sandwiches. Okay, so this we'll put the top on. Don't worry about that for now. For our figs, we're gonna grab another bit of pumpernickel bread and just put some cream cheese on. Our vegan high protein cream cheese. Few drops of balsamic. Okay. And I'm just gonna use a toothpick to try to swirl this in a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because honestly the figs are gonna be on top anyway. Yeah, okay, let's pretend that looks better than it does. And we're gonna lay some figs out. Okay, now the key for this one is you wanna cut it so that the figs are cut, if that makes sense. Because that's what's gonna make it pretty or make it fall apart. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, good enough. Would be prettier if the figs were pinker, but fuck me if that doesn't look good. Oh, she cutie. Okay, I'm gonna move this just out of the way for right this second. Let's do our cucumber. So for this, we are also gonna top it with cream cheese. Just a super thin layer. And then some cucumber slices. Okay, now I'm terrified for this, but we're gonna aim to kind of get the crusts off. Just very gently doing this because we don't want to push all the cream cheese out so it's like oozing everywhere, you know? So far so good, so far so good. And the key is you really want to use a bread that's soft enough. You can use a white bread, by the way, that's very traditional. It's just that we're, you know, more health conscious here, so. And we're gonna cut these into little baby ones. Okay. Fucking adorable. Love to see it. Lastly, our fig salmon, AKA papaya. So we're just gonna cut this into like rectangular bits. Again, as carefully as possible. I'm already having a bunch of, fuck me, cream cheese oozing. Come on. Oh, what a little cunt. Fucking hate this thing. So 2 of them have seen better days. And then I thought it would be cute to take some of our cucumber ribbons and just wrap it around. And that kind of looks like shit. Great. Amazing. Okay, that's less shitty. Honestly, you can kind of use the cucumber slices to try to mask where the bread broke too. Okay, cutie. No, I do love this. I mean, it's not as perfect as I thought it was gonna be, but it's cute. Okay, we're just gonna put these in our first tier. I'm gonna put the ugly ones in the back. Like this one, gonna go in the fucking back. First rule of Fight Club, only pretty things in the front. And figgies. Coochie baby, look at this. Okay, I feel like that's enough. Yeah, I do wish these had gotten a little like less fucked up, but it is what it is. Okay, I want to taste this. This is my offshoot. When I tell you I completely forgot about my own vision of adding yuzu peel and ginger, and so I just bit into it thinking it's gonna be a cucumber sandwich. She has layers. There's cucumber, there's ginger. That shit is fucking good. This bread would be better toasted. Well, that's just between us. No, I'm gonna taste this too since it's not there. I like this a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go, like, just rinse my hands off, put a few things away, and then we're gonna get going on tier number 2. We're not even, like, we're very close to the finish line. Okay, tier 2 is usually scones. I think it's scones, clotted cream, and jam. Now, I don't like scones, and I actually have no idea what the fuck clotted cream is. It sounds not vegan. It sounds disgusting, honestly. It sounds like cottage cheese, which also, I'm curious if you agree with this. Does cottage cheese remind you of yeast infections? Because I feel like our entire childhoods, they were like, you'll know if you have a yeast infection because you'll have cottage cheese-like discharge, which, by the way, I've had several yeast infections, you know, not to brag. And not once have I had cottage cheese looking discharge. So I don't think that that's whatever. Anyway, so I got these Ezekiel 7 sprouted green English muffins. And that's what we're gonna use instead, because I love an English muffin and these are quite healthy. And as aforementioned, I don't like scones, like gross, ew. So that's what we're gonna do for that. And then instead of jam, I have some dark sweet cherries. We're gonna defrost that. Actually a bit of it. I love also eating frozen cherries. Yum. You can really feel it going down. And then, do you remember the blueberry, lavender, vanilla, date caramel that I made for our brunch a few weeks ago? So we're gonna do 2 English muffins for this tier, just like pretend there's more shit there. So one of them will do the cream cheese with the cherries, which I'm envisioning being a little bit like cherry cheese Danish adjacent, which was one of my favorite pastries growing up, unlike scones. And then for the other one, we'll do the cream cheese with the blueberry lavender situation. So let me put the rest of this shit in the freezer and then I'll see you in a sec. How does it go? I'm gonna watch a video. I don't wanna mess up my TikTok algorithm. Flossing dance. No, I don't want to floss my teeth. I'm already very good at that, not to brag. Okay.
You ready? Let's try the floss. Take both hands to one side and push away with your hips. Try
No,
And
we
pasta.
cannot.
You ready? Let's try.
Just doesn't seem. All right. Oh, these smell good. I'm gonna put these two back in. Okay, let's do the cherry one first because that's the one that I'm more excited to eat, and it is my show, so you know. Oh, she's excited. She's excited. Oh, it's gonna be yummy. Ooh, little cherry explosion in the microwave. It's gonna be fun to clean later. Okay. Oh, she's hot just like an oven. Okay, I need to stop singing because of copyright issues. Wait, I want tea. I'm gonna take a bite. I'm scared I'll burn. We're gonna put that there. Bite side facing in, no one will know. That's good. I could go like more cherry on that. That's fucking good. Okay, for this one, ready to move the toaster. You know, to where it belongs, the floor apparently. Honestly, I just want a bite of this with cream cheese real quick. I just love an English muffin. There we go, our blueberry lavender. Now, if you don't remember, I don't remember the recipe. I think it was a cup of pitted medjool dates, a cup of the Tea-Infused soy milk, some amount of dried blueberry. I don't know. Go revisit the brunch episode, it's in there. Leave me alone. Actually, hold on, I have the recipe right here, I'll tell you. 1 cup of the Tea-Infused soy milk, 1 cup of pitted medjool dates, a half cup of dried blueberries, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon lavender extract, and 1/8 of a teaspoon salt. Okay, we're done with our bottom 2 tiers. Can you even see that there isn't shit back here? No, I'm guessing no. It's time now for our balls. So I'm gonna go kind of clean some of this shit up and we're gonna get to rolling and styling some balls. It's ball time. Okay, so I'm gonna take my rings off. We're just gonna roll some fucking balls. I'm not bleeding, by the way, that's just like cherry juice. Yeah, see, refrigerating it just makes it so much easier to work with. I'm gonna do a few of each of them. I'm not gonna roll like the whole batch of each of them for right now because I don't think that's a good use of either of our time. Although I am kind of curious to see how many balls we'd have, but whatever. Maybe that's a curiosity I can quench on my own time. It's funny how different they feel actually. Like that one's much firmer than the yuzu, which I guess makes sense because the yuzu has some liquid in it. I'm also curious to see which one is my favorite once they're all done. I'm working on my posture. I need to stop singing copyrighted music. Like, it's actually a problem. Yeah, these two are so much firmer, but I guess it's just the lack of moisture in there. This is actually like so therapeutic. Wait, they are so fucking cute. I still think those cardamom Earl Grey ones are just so like refined and elegant looking. Okay, I think it's time to style. Okay, we're gonna start with these yuzu chamomile balls. Just gonna put them in their own little plate. And then for styling these, I was thinking a little drizzle of tahini. Oh yeah, that's cute, right? Wait, look how my phone case is basically the same color as those plates. It's blush blue. Pantone blush blue. Cute. And then for the pistachio matcha ones, remember how I said there was gonna be miso? Well, it's gonna be dried miso that we're just gonna flake on top. Fucking adorable. And then lastly, the Earl Grey balls. We're gonna add our orange zest. Oh, great. None of them got. No, it's going really well. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to microplane it. The fuck is going on here? Okay. It's weird. How about like that? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, these are fucking adorable. Okay, we're just gonna move these to our tiered stand. I'm gonna leave the yuzu ones in their plate because no, that's great. That's going great. Because they're just like covered in tahini. I don't know, does this look like dog shit? Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. I know exactly how to make this look better. Okay, so I bought these edible orchids and then I kind of forgot about them, honestly. So we're just gonna put some of these in our stand just to like brighten it up a little, add a little something extra in the words of Elle Woods. There we go. There's our stand. Okay, now it's time for me to taste the lox because that's the only thing I haven't eaten. And by lox, I mean papaya. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Okay, that's it. That's our tea party. I probably have cream cheese all over my lips. But that's fine because we're done. We're done. We're ready for the guests to come. We're ready to drink our tea. We're ready to enjoy this beautiful feast. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a fun time. I had the best time hanging out with you. And we're gonna do more hanging out next week. Love ya. Bye.